Good morning, Dad Named Podcast. I almost said Dad Named Ryan, but it's Dad Named Ryan and David.
Yes, good morning.
And any other dads that we have on. We have yet to get our first dad on. It's okay. It's okay. We're just rolling with the punches.
We're just rolling.
It's going to happen.
We're just having fun.
It's going to happen eventually. We're going to get some dads on.
For sure.
It's going to be good. Dude, mind if I kick off the dad high and low?
Do it. Because you have a good one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We always talk about never having lows.
You're true.
I got a low,
You had
dude.
a pretty, yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, dude, a dad low. Dad high. We'll start with the dad high just to kick it off. Went to Once Upon a Child. Got some great new clothes.
Nice.
Yep.
That's some good spot. Good
Yes.
good stuff there.
Yes, I
good
do. And I
spot.
picked up some awesome Reebok shoes.
Nice.
I want them, like the men's ones. They're like, if we were to get them, they're like $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
The baby ones, new, they're like $25, $30.
Yeah.
$5.
Wow.
$5 buckaroonies,
Wow.
dude.
Can I tell you a pet peeve of mine?
Yeah.
Is when parents spend dozens of dollars on designer shoes for their kid who's going to only be able to wear it for like 3 months.
Yes.
6 months, and then he outgrows it.
I mean, you got to be rich at that point.
Yeah.
Because, we would change out the wardrobe every 2-3 months.
You do, especially early on. Like, and there's like babies with like Nikes, and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Oh, they have ones?
Yeah.
I like those. I'm not gonna lie. I almost picked those up the other day.
I bet you did.
So I can't get behind that one. Sorry. But like designer, I totally agree. Like if you're buying $1,500 Gucci shoes for your baby.
Sorry, maybe not like that kind of designer.
Okay,
I'm sure they
understand
do.
that. Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure they do.
That's why I was saying you gotta be rich.
But even like, I'm not spending $100 on a pair of shoes for a 1-year-old.
Yeah, dude. You know what's so crazy? Those like when I found those Reeboks in that little container that says size 5, I was pumped, dude.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It's like I'm thrifting for myself, but I'm thrifting for my baby.
Yeah, no, that's
and
cool.
You get that high of like, oh, I found something so cool, but it's for your baby.
I hate thrifting.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I've tried it before. It's like just not me. I can't do it.
It's too hard.
Yeah,
it's too much
I'd
work.
Rather just, actually, speaking of, dude, I got a new shirt. I'm wearing it. I wanted to show you.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
So pumped on it.
Take it off. Take it off.
You good? No,
Give
no,
that.
no.
What is? Oh, that's sick.
That's sick.
Where'd you get that?
$5.
What?
TikTok shop, baby.
Really?
TikTok shop.
That's dope, actually.
They got some really good stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm gonna need the hat back on. That's a no go.
That's a dope shirt.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
I'm actually.
It looks like the brief.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
You can get in it with me.
Right.
We can probably both fit. It's stretchy,
Yeah, heck
Stretchy.
yeah.
So, anyways, that was my dad high. Was getting some new clothes. Got a whole new wardrobe. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually organized. I don't know if you saw my new video, but I cleaned out his closet and organized it.
Nice.
Dude, so sick. Great parenting hack. If you haven't done this yet, the pants, okay? Like sometimes you want to fold them, right?
Oh, okay.
You want to put them in something. I got a hanger from Walmart for $6, okay? And it's for adult pants. You know how they like go
the
across
the
and clip
clippies.
'em.
Yeah.
Fold the pants once, clip them into each clip. I have 13 pants on that one hanger.
That's genius.
Yeah, and I just pull it when I need his pants.
I love that.
So smart. So anyways, that's my dad high. Dad low. You already know it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Text you this morning.
This morning, yeah.
This morning. So I'll just break it all down for you. So yesterday was a brutal day. Took Bentley to the vet first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I told you about this.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if I told you about this part. Took Bentley to the vet first, and thought he had like a collapsed trachea because he's doing like this goose honking sound. If I open the door right now, you'd be able to hear it. He goes, it's really weird.
Yeah.
But it can be signs of like collapsed trachea and a Frenchie. You got to put them down. You can't let them survive.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah, dude. So they're smush faced dogs. So their airways are like always cut off. It's really bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So took him in. Thank God. I mean, this isn't good either, but ended up being pneumonia, which honestly way better than anything else. His heart's twice the size for some reason.
He just
they
has
don't know
a lot
why.
of love.
Yeah. That's it. A lot of love. And there was fluid in his lungs or body or something. Sorry.
I hope there's fluid in his body, like blood and stuff.
He's actually lost all fluids, and he's just got a big old heart. He's just walking a little walking heartbeat.
Aww.
But yeah. So he did all right. Now he's just on like 8 different pills basically.
Wow.
For a little bit, but honestly, that's better than
Yeah.
collapsed trachea.
Yeah.
And then, so that was that. And then yesterday, I'm like, I don't know, it's probably like 4 p.m. Danielle just finished writing, or she's still writing, and I'm doing my usual thing. I'm just doing something. I was probably cleaning the kitchen or something, and I'm giving the baby a bottle, and as I give him the bottle, he's like doing okay, and then all of a sudden he's crawling around on his little couch there, and he just starts crying out of nowhere. It's like not very common for him.
Yeah.
He starts crying out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's hungry, maybe he wants real food. So I put a burrito in the oven or in the microwave, and I 30 seconds into cooking that thing, turn around, he's just projectile vomiting. Dude, remember how we talked about flight, fight, or
freeze?
Freeze.
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah.
I was literally like,
oh man,
that is one of the most terrifying experiences as a first-time parent.
Oh yeah.
You think they're dying.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because it's so much coming out of them. Yes,
They just gotta, you can't do anything.
I was like, oh my God, do I clean it? Do I pick him up? Well, what do I do? So I grab some paper towels real quick and try to clean up. As I'm cleaning up, he's going more. And at this point, Danielle walks through the door. Her mom instincts kick in. Now, well, actually, no. Honestly, we both froze.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know. This is terrifying. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And if you're a parent listening to this, then you understand the fear that we were going through. But if not, just wait till you have kids.
Yeah, no, it's terrifying.
You'll understand. They don't prepare you for this.
Yeah.
They don't teach you about it or anything, right? So, rushed to the hospital, and thank God we live so close to the Mercy across the street now. Yeah,
you're very close.
So we rushed over there, and dude, I sat in the back with him to make sure he was okay. Even scarier, he was puking in his car seat.
Oh man.
And his head went back, and he got stuck, and he couldn't get it out. So I had to push his head forward, and I'm just sitting there what do I do? Literally the only thing I was doing was praying, dude.
Yeah.
I prayed for the whole drive, and I'm just Danielle's freaking out. She's crying. She's having a panic attack while she's driving. Yeah. And it was so terrifying as a parent, dude. And it just made me think there's so many things that I bet we haven't experienced yet as first-time parents.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, at one point, I literally was I don't want another kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go through this again.
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait a sec. He's going to grow up. This is going to happen more.
Yeah.
I'm sure as he gets even older, it's probably even scarier.
And with your second kid, it's really not like that.
Yeah.
It really does. You kind of level off a little bit. First one, it is you're ultra paranoid about everything. I remember when we first, with Benjamin, our firstborn, even started going to church, because it was kind of during COVID year. So everyone was still kind of weird about being touched, And so because he was born January, and then COVID stuff happened in March or whatever.
Right.
So literally he was a COVID baby, basically.
Right.
And so I remember even just people touching him, you're wait, no, and then the second one, you're yeah, you can have him for a week.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
He's fine.
Comes out of the hospital. Yeah, no, he's all yours.
Yeah.
Grandpa, here you go.
See you in a week.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, man, it was
horrible.
terrifying. I'm
sorry,
felt
man.
I wanted to text you because I was I wanted to text you last night because I didn't really know who to talk to about it.
Yeah.
So I was who's a dad? And I was David.
Yeah.
He would understand this. I was so scared, man. So we're going home. I went to Walmart and grabbed everything.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry. Ended up being okay. Everything's good.
Yeah.
And we'll get a call today if he has any sort of virus. They did the swab.
Sure.
It will come back for 40 things. We're praying it's not norovirus again because I don't know if you remember us last year when we were in bed for a week.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do anything. Hudson was over at Danielle's mom's and it was awful.
I do remember.
Praying it's not that again because that was brutal. I do not want to experience that again. All I could think though too, I was and I prayed about this too. I was like Lord, if you can, just give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me rather than Hudson because it's you don't want your kid to go through that.
That's every parent. Yeah. Should be every parent's reaction,
True. So we're so worried going home. We picked up energy drinks because we were let's stay awake. Let's just watch him. Yeah. Didn't end up happening. We got in bed. But thankfully he hasn't puked since again. Yeah. So my guess is he just had to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awful too because it's just milk.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, it's the worst kind of vomit.
We're thinking about going to get a new car seat because he's already outgrown that one anyways. And at this point now it just smells.
Is it worth the clean?
We open the car and we're oh
it's not worth it.
My gosh. Yeah.
It's not worth it.
So, anyways, that's my dead high and dead low.
I'm sorry, man.
You want to top that?
That's rough. No, I can't. I will tell you a vomit story, though, just to maybe make you feel better.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because some of that's it is super scary with your first kid. Because especially when they're throwing up. Because, I'm sorry if this is graphic, but you are so helpless. Mm-hmm. It's not like you awful. They have to do it. They have to get it out. It has to happen. And you kind of feel powerless. I remember one time, so this was Noah. So it was our second kid. So, and you really do get more relaxed. The more kids you have, you know, you kind of feel just more confident as a parent. Okay. And you start to recognize, like, even sickness, even, like, you start to recognize, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not trying to belittle a kid's being sick, but you kind of recognize, like, he'll be fine kind of thing, you know? Like, you just kind of build a little, they're resilient. Kids are super resilient. And you kind of recognize that more and more as, you know, the older they get and the more mature you get as a parent, too. Like, you just recognize. Anyways, so we were at Walmart one time, and Noah, I don't know what happened.
You told me this.
I told you this.
I love this story. Go ahead.
It's horrible. And I don't know if he ate something. I still don't know why he was sick. But we were looking at the toys, and he just all of a sudden goes, and he couldn't really talk yet at this point. You know, like now he's talking a lot. He couldn't really talk at this point. So I pick him up because I'm like, you know, are you okay? Everything's okay? And he starts doing this. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And so I'm looking, and he just all over me. It got on my chin. We're in the middle of Walmart. There's this huge...
Dude, did it get in your mouth?
Did it get in my mouth? You know, I actually don't think it got in my mouth.
You know what's so wild? Sorry, real quick. Just the fact that we're just talking about this so nonchalant. Imagine us, like, being like, oh, yeah, we'll talk about this in 10 years.
Yeah.
Talking about someone, like, puking into your mouth.
That sounds horrible.
Ugh.
That is horrible. But, yeah, it was... Yeah, anyways. It was terrible. I still have that jacket, though, that I wore. I washed it, and it's fine.
Yeah, we got home, and I'm like, babe, you take off your clothes when you go take a shower, put them outside the door. I'm immediately...
Yeah, burning them.
Yeah, there's actually started a fire last night. No, I immediately tossed them in the wash, and I was like, these got to get cleaned.
Yeah.
And then I immediately went and grabbed disinfectant wipes, every doorknob, everything that we touched or sat on. So I was like, I do not want to get sick, man. As I've gotten older and older, getting sick is something I'm so scared of.
Like
really? Danielle gets sick. I told you this. Danielle gets sick.
Oh, yeah.
I, like, seclude myself from her. I'm like, she's like, give me a kiss. I'm like, absolutely
I don't get sick.
Yeah, Daddy don't get sick.
Daddy don't get sick. I really don't get sick. Like, that, hearing you even say that's kind of like, wow, that's so interesting. I've never had that response.
I'm so jealous right now, dude.
Maybe you need more orange juice. Maybe you need more vitamin C.
I've been taking my vitamins, bro. I told you about this last episode.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You gotta take vitamins.
I don't even take vitamins.
I take my gummies, dude. My pink lemonade
You should
gummies.
do the breakfast that I do.
What's
espresso and cigarettes. Just have that every morning. It works great.
You know, I'll get into that, dude. I've heard it's really good. He's kidding, by the way. All right, well.
Am I?
So what is your dad high and dad low?
Oh, I don't know if I have like a particular dad high.
Okay.
Other than maybe, you know, seeing the boys play with Seven Sunday night was actually really funny. That was actually a really fun night.
Can you gotta elaborate on that a little more.
So they came over and they brought their new dog Seven. He was super cute. Whatever. Who cares? It won't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, but she. And I'm not a huge dog person, as you know.
We talk about this all the time. It blows my mind. I don't have a dog.
Yeah, and it's fine. One day we'll see. I've never owned a pet in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I actually feel like there's a part of me that's like malfunctioned because the part of a normal human that's supposed to like animals, it's just not there.
Yeah, I've seen you interact with animals. It's actually very interesting. It's not like really like, oh my God.
No,
like,
I don't know what to do.
It's like, oh, hi there.
It's not, it doesn't click. It doesn't compute.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like, I don't hate animals or whatever. I'm not like a psychopath or whatever. I don't like secretly go out and like, you know, kill them or whatever. Yeah. But,
besides the text you text me about Bentley, you were like, thank God. Hopefully he's in there longer.
That's horrible.
Kidding, by the way. I just saw that. Terrible joke. Why'd I say that, dude? Why'd I say that? It was an awful joke.
Thank God, one less in the world. Yeah.
One less in your family.
Oh, my goodness. You know, like, I enjoy the idea of animals, but I just don't know how to interact with them. So anyways, so like my boys, because of that, like they haven't had a ton of time around dogs. Yeah. So it was so cute. Seven came over, or, you know, you guys came over.
They were terrified.
Oh, because they like him. But they also don't know. They're like me. They don't know what to do. So like the dog's like running and they're like,
bro,
like
they were terrified.
I don't know if I'd say terrified.
Bro. Seven came running in, and Noah goes, and starts backing up and running to your mom. We're running to their mom.
Maybe they were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were terrified. Oh, we're good. Sorry. I keep looking over because it keeps looking like it's doing something, but it's not.
Anyways, but that was a fun night. They enjoyed it.
Did you guys talk about getting a dog?
No.
Oh. Well, Polly kept saying, should I get you a dog for your birthday?
Oh,
is that a joke?
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
We were playing Pokemon like usual.
Yeah, for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
If you guys
actually.
care
3.
about it, our series is David is up 12 and I have 10, I believe. Yeah, because you got the last.
I thought it was 11 and 10. Nope. I'm up 2.
You're up 2 now because you got the last 2.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we play Pokemon quite a bit each week, and I actually want to share it real quick because we're pretty pumped. On Friday, we're gonna go to our local card shop, and we're trying to get the Prismatic Evolution. So we're leaving pretty early.
Have you heard about the pull rates?
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Did you hear that there might be an issue with printing?
No.
Anyways, I'll tell you about this later.
They don't care.
So from I made a game off of My Dad Low.
Nice.
Okay, because it made me think. You're like, yes, game. Made me think. I was like, dude, there's so much stuff that happens. I noticed in the first year or two that they don't prepare you for.
Yeah.
So I made a game called.
Dude, this is the most Ryan thing. Your kid was in the ER last night, and 12 hours later, you are now made a slideshow and a game.
Yes.
I've said this. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. I might have. But, like, you guys know How I Met Your Mother. If you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother.
Love that show.
Ryan is Marshall. Ryan is Marshall.
I'm Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. And then I'm... What's his name? From New Girl.
Oh,
Schmitty.
Schmitty.
I'm Schmitty from
Schmidt,
New Girl.
something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's hilarious. All right. I love this.
Made a game
Dude,
that
I'm here
says,
for it.
Hey, they should really prepare you as parents for this.
Let's play.
I wish I could show it better on this. It's not dark enough.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to play this game. Okay?
I'm ready. I love this.
All right, so.
You're a genius.
Thank you. So I have a couple categories for you. I have baby health, postpartum, and parent oopsie. So which one do you want to play first?
Okay, I'll do parenting oopsie for $100.
Okay, parenting oopsie. I was actually going to make it like Jeopardy, but I couldn't think of enough things. Okay, hold on. I got to
I love this, dude.
figure out how to do this.
This is amazing.
Okay. Oh, I hear my baby in there. Hopefully he's okay. All right, so we have, what is it called when the mother is fine all day but gets freaked out at night for no reason? Is it A, postpartum blues, B, postpartum, C, sunset scaries, D, lack of sleep?
What the heck is sunset scaries?
Okay, first off, did Paula experience this? Was she pretty like...
I think that's just
strong?
Being a mom. That's just being a woman. I'm just kidding. I was a joke. That was a joke.
No, I mean, that's pretty accurate, dude. That's fair of you to say. There's a lot of women out there that, like, they're so connected to their baby that when they try to go to sleep, they're terrified.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm gonna go D. Final answer.
D, lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a basic term. Dude, it's actually called C, sunset scaries.
Wait, what? That's a real thing? I thought you just made that up.
So I had Danielle do this one. Because I did the other two, and then you were like, hey, I'm coming. I was like, uh-oh. Game's not done. I look like crap. I need to change. So anyways, she found it. Sunset scaries.
I've never heard of that.
So Danielle was pretty bad with this.
Oh, really?
Really bad. She would not sleep without. So when she fell asleep, so at the old house, when we brought Hudson home, we had the little bassinet thing.
Yeah.
And I had it pulled up right next to her, and she would sleep with her fingers right by his nose.
Oh, wow.
And she would wake up and she felt like less air on her fingers.
Yeah, wow.
And she also just didn't sleep much at all. And that's why I would always wake up early in the morning and take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at first I thought it was postpartum blues, but that's actually, that deals with depression. So.
Wow, interesting. I learned a new term. Sunset scaries.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. No, I did put that in the right category. Okay. All right, so now you got baby health and postpartum. Wait a sec.
What?
I think that was the postpartum one.
Oh, well.
No. Okay. Yeah, that was parenting oopsie. Okay. All right. So do you want baby health or parenting or sorry, postpartum?
Let's do postpartum.
Postpartum. Okay. Let's see if you guys had to deal with this. I'm trying to do things that are like common.
Yeah.
That I hear from a lot of parents. Okay. One of the issues the breast milk can cause for the mom. Is it A? Gross you out there? Is it A, breast block, B, clogged milk duct, or C, breast milk leak?
Oh, no.
Did you experience this?
Personally, no.
Okay. So you don't know how it works. I'm going to break it down for you after.
Well, I mean, my wife breastfed both of our boys.
Yeah, but your partner has to help with this one.
Oh, okay. She talked about, I don't know if my wife ever experienced this so much, but what I think this is referring to is B, I meant to say. Clogged. Final answer.
Ding, ding, ding. Clogged milk duct. Dude. So I heard about this.
And you got to massage it? Oh.
There's multiple ways.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. Okay.
Yeah. So my friend, I'm going to out my friend here. I'm not going to say his name or else he will definitely be outed because he's on social media. Dude, he called me and told me about it. Dude, so it's a clogged milk duct, right? So obviously,
I know where you're going, and I don't
both
like
sides listen. It gets, the breast milk gets clogged, and you need your partner's help. How?
Yeah.
You act like the baby. You suck. And apparently, this is the part that was crazy. He explained it to me as you hear a pop.
No.
And then a nice outflow of it.
Okay. What also heard works is a hot shower.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, that's much better than what I heard. He should have gone with that. He should not have told me what he had to do. He should have told me that. Hey, just take a hot shower. Or massaging apparently works as well. But yeah, I thought that was crazy. That's the way I heard it's supposed to work.
All right,
so you're on your final one. It is
baby health.
Baby health. This one sucks. The acronym for when your baby can just die out of nowhere and no doctor knows why. Is it A, SUDS? B, SIDS?
Yeah.
C, IDS? Or D, BUDS?
Yeah, BUDS. It is SIDS.
So B, final answer, SIDS?
Right? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
Final answer?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you know what it stands for?
No.
Sudden infant
death
that's
right.
syndrome.
Yeah.
This thing. Okay, so keep in mind what the name of the game is called. Hey, they should really prepare parents for this.
Yeah.
All those things, I believe, are things that are like, you should prepare your parent, or you should prepare. You should somehow be prepared for this.
Yeah.
And there's no teaching on it.
Right.
Obviously, SIDS is one of the most scary things ever. It leads to lack of sleep. It leads to everything you're doing to your baby. You're afraid he's just going to poof out of nowhere. And what is so annoying is literally, as you know, no doctors know. Like what?
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's like a class someone can take to better be informed on this stuff, but I
actually did. Paul and I, with our first kid, we actually went to the hospital and did like it wasn't like Lamaze, or it wasn't like a birthing class.
Okay.
It was like I don't know what it was called, but it was like baby preparedness class. Like it taught you how to like swaddle and like
all that
do
stuff's
the
great.
diaper stuff. But it did go over SIDS and stuff.
Oh, it did? Oh,
it went over
man,
some
that
of
would've been
some.
so nice.
I don't know if it went over. It did go over breastfeeding too. I didn't really pay attention too much in that section, but I think it did.
I feel like there should be modern day parenting classes. Hear me out on this. One, teach you how to calm your nerves so you can sleep, or have help creating some sort of sleeping schedule that works so you can sleep while the baby's sleeping. Or I know it's kind of hard to teach.
Yeah.
But something around that realm, because so many parents get into the phase where they're like, okay, when do I sleep?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's terrifying.
You know, and I know I'm going to sound super Christian or whatever with this answer, but whatever. You know, there's a lot of things in life to be scared about all the time. You know, like driving, traveling, things with your kid. Like there's always something to be in fear over.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the things with kids and having babies, you know, like I can't imagine all of the things, like little life things, like even you last night, like that's just a life thing that happens. You know, your kid's going to get, something's always going to, there's always going to be something that happens, you know,
100%.
like it's just life. But I don't understand how people can go through life like without just a comfort of, you know, for us as a Christian, knowing God,
yes,
and having that security.
That's a great way to put it, dude.
And yeah, like for me, that's just been, because there's always something to be scared about. And will always be something to be scared about. I'm not saying like fear isn't like avoidable. It's not. Like things are going to happen, and you're going to experience fear. But as a
it's a really good way to put it.
As a Christian, though, there's kind of like this. St. Augustine talked about that there's a joy that is accessible to the believer. And it's just a security, talking about like we know who's ultimately in control, and a trust we have in God.
It's a good way that you put that, because last night, like I was so scared, but the whole time I was like, I trust him.
Yeah.
My baby's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I trust him, and God forbid he's not, I still trust him.
Yeah.
you know, there's faith in that. It's just like knowing that it's like, I don't have control over this. Yeah. I'll just let him do his work. And I'll trust and put faith in it.
Yeah.
There's also something that's so like nice about just like in that situation, what I was doing, I literally prayed the entire drive over there. And like when we got to the hospital, I told Danielle to put her hand on him, and I put my hand on him. I prayed again. And then when that thing like comes real, like once he was fine and we're back home, I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, I did that.
Right.
You know, it just feels better. So I like the way you put that. That's really good. But yeah, back to the whole parenting class. I think there should be something for some sort of sleep schedule. There has to be a modern day parenting class because there's so many things you go home and it's like, what do I do now?
Well, you need to read the book Moms on Call, and this is a great book. It's been incredibly helpful for my wife and I.
Okay.
Moms on Call.
Okay.
It's awesome book, and it talks about what a lot of what you're saying actually.
Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe I just didn't do enough research because I kind of went into it's like, I'm ready. You know.
Sure.
I just kind of went with it because I prepared myself on what do I say to the doctors to make sure that I'm involved.
Yeah.
To make sure I understand what's going on. And I was so involved. I brought a notebook. I wrote stuff down.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Every appointment that Danielle was at, I remembered every single information that was being told to her in case she forgot, and she did multiple times. I wanted to be a good husband in that case.
Yeah.
And a good father at the same time. And then for fatherhood, I was prepared of, okay, it is a mental thing. I just have to step up. Mm-hmm. When that baby's here, I'm doing everything my wife wants me to do. I'm doing more. I'm doing more than what she's asking me to do.
Yeah.
If there's stuff she's not even asking me to do, I'm doing it.
That's awesome, man.
I'm there for the baby. You know what I mean? But then it came things where it's like, okay, first-time parent. No one tells you how to deal with this stuff.
No.
And it's scary. There's scary stuff. It's like, I just remember the first time he got sick too. What did we do? We rushed to the hospital. Yeah. Not even when he was throwing up. I'm just saying when he was hot. Mm-hmm. What did we do? We rushed to the hospital because first-time parents, you're terrified.
We did the same thing.
Yeah, you're terrified.
So my firstborn, he's allergic to peanuts and to eggs. Gosh,
I remember the picture.
And so, yeah.
Oh my, I would be losing it, dude.
It actually, looking back, is a little funny because the way it happened, he was at daycare or whatever, mom's Mother's Day Out program that he was in when we were living in Texas. And there was a kid in the class because it wasn't a peanut-free classroom at the time because we didn't think it was that serious. And so the kid in class was eating a peanut butter and jelly and had some peanut butter on his hand. And so so Benjamin bit the kid's hand.
He bit the kid's hand.
He was being a bad kid, and he bit the kid's hand, and then like just his face,
I don't
swelled
believe in
up.
It, but hate to say it, karma. I don't believe in it, but dang.
Yeah,
that's karma if I've ever heard of it.
That's what I mean. It's a little funny looking back now. It's like, well, you kind of got what you deserved, I guess.
Yeah, bit the kid's hand, and now you found out you're allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah, so.
But I remember Jude Paula showed me that photo. Mm-hmm. I think it was like a couple months ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, I would have been freaking out.
Yeah, no, we were.
Yeah.
We're like, what do we do?
And what especially, did they do, by the way?
Well,
they just give him
he had it. No, they actually never gave him it. We had one for the longest time. Okay. It's not that we kind of figured out his allergy is not that serious. Like he will break out, but his throat won't close up. It won't.
That's terrifying.
It hurts him, like he'll break out in hives, but it can't kill him.
So you're giving him peanut butter every day then?
So yeah, there is a 20% chance he'll just grow out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
By the age 7,
they just grow out of allergies.
There's a chance, yeah.
20%.
I think that was what they said.
20/80.
Something like
Not
that.
the best.
So yeah, there's a chance he'll just have to live with it. But
wow. Well, while I pull it up, dude, do you want to explain kind of what we want people to submit and?
Yeah. So you can send in a submission. What's the email again?
Dadnamed@gmail.
Dadnamed@gmail. And this is just a place where you can kind of safely either vent frustrations, maybe things that you have questions about as a young dad or even a young mom of just certain things, like even just what Ryan went through, last night with Hudson and figuring those things out. If you need someone to talk
to about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like this could be a safe place for that. And even just kind of other questions, parenting questions, scheduling questions with naps and kids and all those kinds of stuff. We're not pretending to be experts or trying to pretend that we know more than we do. We're also young dads in the thick of it with you. But we feel like this could be a cool and a safe place to kind of hash out and talk about some of those things that, especially dads, like we all go through. And I've shared this before, but like younger dads, millennial dads, Gen Z dads are far more, I think the statistic is like 60% or something, far more involved in their kids' lives than previous generations. And we think that's a good thing. We think that's a great thing.
Amazing.
Being a dad is such an important, heavy responsibility that should be taken seriously. And so like we're trying to encourage that. We're trying to support that and have a voice for that.
Yeah, and honestly, like if we need like a page for people to be able to post stuff like anonymously, because obviously I see who it is when you guys submit an email, but at the same time it just says a name.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know who you are. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you guys want a Reddit group, I can start a Reddit group and make it
cool.
a public page, and maybe we'll have other people posting in it.
Yeah.
Anyways, today's comes from Mark. It says, "Hi Ryan, hi David, love your guys' content. I have some advice for parents from a PCA and an uncle." Do you know what a PCA is?
No.
So I believe it's a physical care assistant.
Okay.
But I think what he's saying is for parents from a PCA. Oh yeah, physical care assistant.
Okay.
And an uncle. Okay. Interesting. Please don't coddle your kids. It's not fair to you, your kids, or anyone else. I'm a PCA to an adult whose mom coddled the heck out of him, and it frustrated me to no end. His mom lets him do whatever he wants and is very lax when disciplining him.
Yeah.
My point is set boundaries, age appropriate, of course. It will better for everyone.
Mark, I kind of agree, bro.
Can you break down coddle for me again?
Coddle, they're not allowing your kid to go through anything challenging.
Oh, yeah.
Like coddle, like everything, you're doing everything, babying.
Kind of gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting.
Yeah, we don't, me and David don't vibe with gentle parenting.
Here's the thing, like, and I don't want, don't be a jerk. Like the Bible actually talks about, like, don't provoke your children to anger.
Yes.
Fathers, don't provoke your children to anger. So like, I'm not advocating for like rage parenting. Like that's horrible.
Get mad at your kids.
Yeah.
Yell at them.
The more curse words, the better, actually. Strengthening their vocabulary.
Yeah. Get them saying it by age 3. That's the best.
No, of course not. Like it is like a tension. You know, here you have gentle parenting here, and then you have angry parenting here. You don't want to be on either sides of those things. Like there's a balance there. But with that, like where there's no struggle, there's no character being built. Like growth comes in hard seasons.
Yes, for sure.
Like
you got to go through the stuff to grow.
Think about a practical example. Think about working out.
Yep.
What are you doing? You are putting stress.
You're breaking
you
your
are
muscles.
breaking your muscle. You are literally what's happening is your muscles are being torn. Obviously, I don't have a ton of experience.
Yeah, we're super into the gym and stuff. We both tried it for a while. It doesn't work.
But I understand the concept.
Yep.
And the concept's true. Same with education. I was just talking about this with my dad. You know, like sometimes there's like a joke like, why don't I need to learn algebra 2 or calculus and da-da-da. It's not so much like because practically you're going to be using calculus one day as a YouTuber or whatever. But what's happening?
I know.
Well, what's happening is you're stretching your brain.
Yes.
Your brain's a muscle. And so you're
It's
learning
really
these things
really
to put stress on your brain. You're working out to put stress on your body. In the same way, like your kids need to experience a safe, within boundaries, a safe way to experience stress and hardship to prepare them for life.
It's really good.
Because it's inevitable. Where there's no hardship, where there's no, I guess for no better word, stress. Maybe that's probably not the best word for it, but like it builds character.
I agree with Mark too, in a way that the way I kind of see it is if you coddle your kids, I feel like you're almost making them live the life that you wanted to live.
Interesting.
In a way where it's like you've been through all those.
Yeah.
You know which one was good and which one wasn't.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, oh, I really hurt from that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to not make sure he goes through that experience or she goes through that experience. But what you don't realize is each of those bad experiences are making you grow.
Yeah.
They made you who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'll just be honest. I went through drugs. I went through alcohol, and I had a very bad time. And, I had to self-rehab.
Yeah.
And if I didn't do that stuff, like let's say I see my kid going down that road.
Right.
I can learn from my experiences and try to steer them in the right way. But if that's something they need to go down to be able to become a better person, and it's something that they're like, well, okay.
Depends on the age and depends on the,
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Right.
Depends on the age. If you're an adult and you go down this road, okay,
right.
It sucks.
Right.
I'll be there for my child at any point, no matter what. But
if he's like 12,
12 is a way different issue. We got a huge problem at
16,
that point.
17, if he's still in your house.
Like a lot of people do it in high school.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some people get addicted like I did.
Yep.
And it's tough. It's tough to get out of. Everything I went through, I lost friends. I lost people that were close to me, whether it was my fault or their fault. I had to go through it on my own. And I did. And I'm very proud of myself. And that leads me to the man I am today, right? But yeah, I'm not going to coddle them to make sure they don't go through something like that if it's going to grow them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I say living the life that you wanted to live.
No,
it's
I
almost
get
like
it.
a second life
exactly.
you're wanting to live. Yeah.
And I think that's a good point. I think the key in all of this is the key word I would use is environment. It's all about the environment that you're building in your home.
Very true.
With your child. So like my dad, for example, I think he did a wonderful job of letting me fail as a teenager.
You have to.
I never really had a curfew. I didn't have a lot of strict rules.
Same.
But he built an environment in our home that he was safe to go to.
100%.
So when I screwed up, it wasn't like, I got to hide this from Dad.
Yes,
It was like, Dad, okay, I got to come clean.
I messed up.
You know.
What do I do?
I did this. I ended up smoking weed with Nikki down the street, or I got some cigarettes, and and that happened.
Bro, there'll be repercussions, obviously, but
honestly, like even some of those honestly, I never even really got punished for some of those things, because he built an environment where it was like, okay, you obviously recognize that this is wrong. You're coming to me with this. I'll tell a quick story. When I was 15, maybe, I was actually leading worship for. I told the story already on the podcast.
We didn't upload it. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, just quickly. I was 15 years old. I was leading worship for our youth group. It was a Wednesday night. And I had some, friends that were not good role models for me. And so right before church, I'm about to like sing songs and lead worship and like be one of the leaders in the youth group as a 15-year-old. I was like smoking cigarettes in the garage.
Yeah.
And like my mom pretty much caught me, and like I came clean. I was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she literally said, okay, like, you're still going to go lead worship.
Yeah.
Like,
which is great.
She didn't like punish me. I didn't get grounded. I didn't, none of that. She was like, you obviously recognize like this was stupid. This isn't what you should be doing as a 15-year-old about to leading an example with other youth. But you know what? You got to own it.
Yes.
And you still got to go do your job.
Yeah.
And like that honestly sucked more than being grounded and being stuck in my room.
Because it's in the back of your mind, and you're like, man, I did this, and now I have to lead worship because of it.
Yeah, and it made it more like, I was like, man, I had to own what I did. And so I think with this whole conversation, it's about building an environment where your kids can come to you. And we're talking, we're young dads. This is more older, even teenager type questions on some of what we're talking about. But if you as a dad can like build an environment in your home where it's safe to fail. When a kid's learning how to ride a bike, when the training wheels come off, you don't put the kid on gravel road to learn without training wheels.
Right.
You put them on the grass. Why? Because they're going to fail. They're going to fall over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was on the gravel learning. I fell in the gravel a couple times.
Yeah, that actually explains a lot about you.
Yeah, take risks, What I think what's really important too, off of that, if you have a partner in this, right? You have a wife or a husband, wife or husband. And, it could be two dads, two moms, whatever it is, and you're building that environment. It's also very important for you guys to be on the same track.
Yeah.
Because if you guys aren't on the same page in that decision of building that safe environment, then one's going to become more priority than the other when those things arise, and one will feel safer to go to the other, which naturally will probably happen anyways. I'm not at that age where I have to worry about that yet with my kid. But naturally, I understand that will probably happen. Girls will probably go to girls, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you make a really good point, dude. I remember my parents did the same thing. They made it a very safe environment. I think I only got grounded once. And though they knew what to do. They knew the right things to say because they knew what hit the most to me. And for me, it was family. I loved my family, still do. My family's amazing. And anything where I noticed I was hurting my family, I would immediately stop. So that's what happened. My dad expressed to me, because it was in a phase where I was like yelling at my mom all the time.
Oh, wow.
Calling her cuss words.
Oh, wow.
Not something I'm proud of. Looking back at it now, obviously, and all I wanted to do was just go smoke weed and do cocaine and stuff with my friends. It was bad. And I just remember the conversation my dad had with me. It was just like, your mom brought you into this world. This isn't why she brought you in. She didn't bring you in for you to mess up your entire life, to lose friends, to not be the person that you truly are. We know who you are.
Yeah.
I would say you're losing your parents and you're losing your family.
Yeah.
Next day, I decided I was like, hey, I'm going to flush it down the toilet. I'm going to self-rehab. It was so hard, but I did it, and that's just because, like, I think it's so important just to, as a parent, to be able to make that connection to what really matters to your kid and make sure you prioritize it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a bad situation or not, make sure you're your kid's friend, but also a parent, Also, if you use the word you're disappointed in them, it will most likely work. Just saying that.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
You're disappointed. That hit really hard. But Mark, thank you. We appreciate that. That's actually a really good one. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I kind of paused there, I thought it said please don't cuddle your kids. Oh. And I was like, okay.
Wait,
this is very
that's
interesting.
Weird.
I don't know how this works, but all right.
Yeah, don't touch your children.
Don't touch your children. Don't love them. Anyways, guys, so yeah, if you want to submit anything to our podcast, go ahead and submit it to dadname@gmail.com. We'd love more. We'd love to be able to do this, a couple each episode.
Heck yeah.
Interesting. Make them detailed, make them in depth. If it's like a story or something, or like kind of what he said, safe place. We'll talk about it however you guys want. Yeah. No parenting drama for you today, but she's coming back.
Ugh.
You know who I'm talking about.
Who cares?
And this time I'm gonna show you the video so you can see. Okay. This will be next week. But
all right.
Stay tuned on our Pokemon journey. We will we'll let you know how Friday goes. We're actually pretty pumped.
Oh man,
was
I'm a little nervous.
I'm just gonna break this down real quick. Was it interesting for you to go up to your wife and be like, "Hey babe, so the new set's coming out and it's really rare and like single packs are going for like $25 right now and they're gonna be selling the boxes at market price." Dude, I felt so weird telling my wife this, but she also had a smile the whole time. It was the cutest thing. I was like, oh, she cares about my hobby. This is awesome. And I literally felt so dumb, though, telling her, like, do you mind if you watch the baby for like 6 hours while I go stand in line for 5 hours, then get something for 10 minutes? Is that how yours went?
I think I kind of skirted a little bit on the details and just said,
hey, I got to do something for Pokemon on Friday. And
no, she actually was like, I don't think she was surprised.
Yeah.
I think she kind of gets it at this point.
We're nerds. We're secretly nerds.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like Danielle called my closet the nerd closet the other day.
Yeah, it's great.
I have my Pokemon.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun. It is so much fun collecting Pokemon. Anyways, don't know if we have any Pokemon people that care out there. But yeah, you got anything else to say?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. We love y'all. And that's episode 6. We have 2 more episodes
to break the
stat.
Yeah, break the stat.
Yeah, we'll see if we just die off on episode 8 or not. But yeah, that's it.
All
love y'all. See ya.
Bye.